Konnichiwa, Japan fans. In today's show, we're going to talk about we're going to need a different questioning model for this online sales world. Eigo desu. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. This is the Sales Japan Series podcast. We are broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku, here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guide committed to your success. The president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, a best-selling author of the Bible, Japan Sales Mastery, and Japan Business Mastery. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive COVID-19. If you have feedback on the show or preferences about topics, then leave us your comments on iTunes. Don't forget to rate, give it a 5-star review, write some nice comments, subscribe so you get it every week, and share this with those poor saps out there who got no idea what they're doing, who are really struggling. Here's your lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesday, the Presentation Japan Series. Now, every second Tuesday, we have the Business Tatsujin no Oshie program. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan Series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan Series. And every second Thursday, we have the Business Pro Podcast. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 202, and we are talking about virtual selling. We need a new questioning approach, part 1. Salespeople's bad habits just migrate right across to the online world. If you were just pitching your product before, hoping to snag a deal, you'll be doing the same thing when staring at the client on screen. It didn't work well then, and it doesn't improve in the new environment. For the more professional salespeople who actually understand sales and the key role the questioning skills play, the game has changed. We have to change the way we do things too. One of the biggest problems associated with asking questions is getting the answer. In the meeting room location, we have perfect audio quality. Okay, we will get clients who are hard to follow because their own communication skills are so poor, but at least we can hear them. All of these modern virtual meeting platforms have poor audio. So just catching the answer can be a struggle. This is particularly so if you are dealing in foreign languages. When they speak English, or say when I speak Japanese, we have to both expect that there is another level of complexity associated with actually hearing what is being said. The virtual world is nirvana for multitaskers. Don't become one of them when speaking with the client. Watch the buyer like a hawk. Wear a headset. Remove all distractions. Shift forward in your seat. Lean in toward the client on screen. It is tough to discern it on screen, but check their body language for incongruent messages. This is when they are saying one thing, but doing another thing that negates what they are saying. Tatemae statements, or superficial truths, are a classic example of this incongruency. The other tricky part with the audio is if two people speak at the same time, no one can hear clearly what is being said. Salespeople are rabid interrupters and jumper inners. They talk over the top of the client when something the client said sparks a thought in their minds. The Japanese client has the verb at the end. So we have to wait until the speaker tells us whether this is present, past, future, positive or negative. That helps when speaking in Japanese because it forces us to refrain from jumping in. In English, though, the gloves are off and it becomes a shambles when we speak over the top of the buyer. Find out more when we come back from the break. The show today is brought to you by public courses, and we also do tailor-made custom in-house programs. Now, we do these online. We do them in the super safe classroom. We do them in Japanese, in Nihongo, and we do them in Eigo. We do them in English. Whole thing's covered. Now, this show today is sponsored by our new super duper virtual selling mastery program. Everyone tells us our salespeople are struggling to sell in the online environment. Revenues are down. We're not getting on with clients. We're not getting the deals done. It's a struggle. Relax. We fixed it. No more problems, issues, concerns, worries. Revenue's going to go back up. Salespeople are going to get better. Once they do, virtual selling mastery. It's a 5-session program. Each session, 3 hours. It's done online. It's going to start 24th of September, session 1. Then we're going to go October 1, 8, 15, 22. 5 sessions, 3 hours each, specifically made for this current situation. Get your people on that program. Get on the program yourself. We do it in Japanese. We do it in English. Baby, it's happening. It's here. This is what we need. On the 24th, we're also offering time management. On the 28th and 29th of September, we're doing high impact presentations. Now, if you're in sales, you are constantly doing presentations. You are constantly trying to persuade people. This is the program you need. This is the Rolls Royce of presenting. This is it, baby. This is the #1 best program on the planet. And don't you deserve that? Of course you do. HIP, we call it High Impact Presentations, September 28 and 29. Awesome program. Well, it's time to get serious about selling in Japan. Buy my book, The Bible, the bestseller, Japan Sales Mastery. You can also buy my other book, Japan Business Mastery. You get these both on Amazon. Check out our website, en.japan.dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, we've got over 1,000. Think about that. We've got over 1,000 videos on Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. 1,000. We're releasing 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. That's the premier business show in Japan. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from small and medium enterprises all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on the topic of leading in Japan. Very niche, very specialized. If you're a leader, you're in Japan, or you want to lead in Japan, and you're not listening to what these guys got to say, you are nutso. Awesome opportunity. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Terebi program. That is coming up on iTunes every fortnight. Remember, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. The other salesperson bad habit is leaping ahead of the buyer, anticipating what they are going to say, formulating a response while they are still speaking, and then jumping in with your 2 bits worth. The issue here is that the formulation process tends to be internal, and we just cease listening to what the buyer is actually saying in detail. By that, I mean not just hearing the words in the background, but really studying their choice of words, the tone of voice, the emphasis points, noticing what they are not saying, etc. Because of the difficulty of the audio on these platforms, we really have to spend a lot more time clarifying what the buyer is saying. Normally, if we do this once or twice, no one gets upset. However, with a heavy repetition, we may find the buyer gets annoyed. Instead, we need to tell them that because of the importance of what they are saying and the fact there are audio issues around clarity, you'll be asking them for clarification a lot more than normal. You'll also note that you'll be doing a lot more paraphrasing of what they have said to make sure we have a perfect understanding of what their needs are. Do this up front and therefore head off client irritation with your attempts to make sure of the messages. Also, if dealing with Japanese buyers, absolutely ask for permission to ask questions. Getting questioned by a salesperson is a first for most buyers, trained over many years by dud salespeople who just gave their pitch. Expect resistance unless you get their permission first. This is how hard it is. Say, maybe we can help you. I'm not sure. But in order for me to understand if that is possible, would you mind if I asked a few questions? Doing this will save a lot of unnecessary cultural faux pas with buyers. Work on the assumption the audio is going to be a big problem, and then prepare countermeasures to eliminate that issue. Your competitors will just be blundering away, making it hard for themselves. Here is a chance to steal a march on your rivals. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, then please work on your karma and share this with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to rate. Give it a big 5-star there on iTunes. Review. Write wonderful things about how great this podcast is. Subscribe so you get every week. And then share it. Share it with other people who need help. We've got to survive COVID-19 here. We've got to survive this. We've got to help each other. Immediately apply what you learnt and survive. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy committed to your success here in Nippon.